What's up, everybody? Welcome to Crafter Hours. I'm David Wilson, and we're back again with another Monday, Wednesday stream. We'll get together and work on something. I don't know. We'll figure it out today. I've been out for a little while, so I'm a little bit out of context, but we'll get back into it. I think I figured out exactly what we need to be doing. So, excuse me. So the project we've been working on so far, for those of you who haven't really been following, is a web application in Guile Scheme, which is intended to provide a web interface for identifying which Emacs packages you personally use in your Emacs configuration, and also to give you a view of which Emacs packages are commonly used together, and also for you to leave tips for other people about certain packages that you use. Not really meant to be anything big or flashy or important, just, you know, like a real world example of a web application written in Guile Scheme. One other interesting aspect of it is that it is written in a server-driven manner where all of the user interface is actually generated by Guile Scheme, but rendered in the browser using a library called Datastar, which takes away a lot of the necessity of having to write client-side JavaScript code for the application bits. So we get to have dynamic behavior in the application, which is driven by the Guile Scheme code. We're templating all the UI elements stuff using Guile Scheme code, sending them to the browser in the old-fashioned way, and then the dynamic behavior from the Datastar library is causing new things to be pulled from the Guile Scheme backend. So we get to stay in Scheme like 99% of the time, which is great. No real need for writing custom JavaScript code. And I don't know, it's just a nice experiment to try a new way of developing application, and also going a little bit deeper with the Guile Scheme development on this channel. So I see that there's some folks who have joined up, at least on the YouTube side. So say hello if you're there in the chat, and we'll get started in a couple minutes here. I have to apologize to you in advance. It's spring. Finally became spring in Athens, and the combination of allergens plus viruses has kind of decreased my ability to talk without coughing or having other kinds of respiratory complications. I'm trying not to be very specific about what I mean, but you'll see, I guess. So anyway, hey Big Edie, nice to see you. Anyway, just let you know in advance, I'm probably gonna not sound so great just because it's that time of year. But I'm excited to get back to it. I've been, we had a little bit of a trip to visit some family for Easter, gone for a few days for that. And I took some time off when I came back just to sort of get back in the swing of things. So I'm looking forward to getting back into doing some more live coding today and making some more progress on the Emacs packages.com project. This is a lot of fun. It's been great so far. I feel like we've made a pretty nice amount of progress. Still haven't got like a fully production website deployed yet, but we're getting there. Okay, so last time, I think what we did is implemented the behavior for picking which packages you personally use in your configuration. And I don't have it running right now, but let me see if I can get the site back up so that we can have something to base our conversation on today. So I'm gonna pull up VC Deer, make sure that things are up to date here. I don't think I checked everything in. Let me see, did I not check it in? Oh, I was working on icons by the end last time, and I think we had some discussion on that, so I probably should go back and look at that again pretty soon. Hey Fikri, nice to see you. Fikri says, PewDiePie used Emacs, or at least has tried it since he had an Emacs D on his home directory. Yeah, I saw a video where he said he was switching to Linux, which is kind of interesting. Can you imagine if PewDiePie is the reason why people end up switching to Linux in large amounts, in large quantities this year? I could see it happening. He's pretty influential. Imagine if he starts making his own channel about, you know, crafting your Linux system. That'd be pretty interesting. He's already got like, you know, 20 million subscribers, so I think he would outdo me by a little bit. Okay, so package picker, I don't think I ever checked this code in. That's great. Fantastic that I didn't check it in. That's okay, we can still run it. Let me hit compile, or actually project compile. That looks like the right one. All right, we're listening on localhost 8080. There we go. Check out the package listing. And on the package listing page, what we are doing, it actually still seems like the same problem we were having last time, which is this icon library that I'm using is making the website load really slowly. Okay. Speaker says it'll happen because he makes very convincing video about it, and he also customizes desktop really well. Well, that's interesting. I mean, what else has he got to do with his life? He just, does whatever he wants, makes YouTube videos. So I'm sure he has plenty of time for that. So what we did last time is make it so that on the packages list page, you could go and look at the entire list of packages and click any of them on the side here to identify that that's a package that you personally use. So when you click on it, it actually makes a dynamic request to the backend to pick a particular package. You can see some of the log statements that are going through, and it causes the UI element to be changed to having a check mark. So you just click it and it eventually turns into a check mark. I don't know why it's so slow this morning, but that's okay. You can also click to uncheck as well, I believe. Yeah, so it goes back to being unchecked. So it's not 100% perfect, but it works pretty well. That's not being stored in the database yet, so that may be one thing we have to do today when we make a little bit more progress, is to store that package selection in the database. But I don't think it'll be that hard. We may already have some things in the database for that. I don't remember. If we don't, then we'll just have to do a database migration and add some extra stuff to the tables, which is fine. Okay, so what I want to do today is to add a search box to this packages page so that you can dynamically search the list of packages based on terms and have it be filtered down automatically based on what gets returned. So there are ways to do this with Datastar. If I go to get started, I think it's the examples list. Active search. So basically, actively searches a context database as the user enters text. If I type in WELC, where are these? This must be fuzzy searching or something. Welch. Yeah, it must be fuzzy searching. Anyway, the idea is that you should be able to type into a search box and then it will dynamically give you the list of results back. And I don't think that would be very hard to implement. I mean, at least I don't think so. So let's see, search fetching, false, okay. Yeah, so this is really the main thing. It's like we have to have an input box that has a debounce on the input. So after you type something in, it needs to wait like a second before it starts trying to search, because otherwise it's going to hit the backend too frequently, and it's gonna hit a search endpoint. And we have some placeholder text, I guess, in the search box before you've typed anything. So if I clear this out, yeah, okay, cool. And the interesting thing is that it has state information here about searching, but it doesn't actually show us that. Oh, is there like a link to the code somewhere? Because that's not all the code, that's for sure. All right, maybe Datastar GitHub. I could type. Let me see if I can find the examples list. Examples. What am I looking for? It's called Active Search. I had found these at some point before, but I don't remember where they are. Site. No. Maybe site. Oh, route examples. ActiveSearch.go. ActiveSearch.template. All right. I think this is what we want. So let me get this out of the way. Okay, div ID active search, class signals. All right, so write some signals out to start with. Search input class placeholder bind search on input data indicator fetching. Okay, so there's a data indicator in there which binds. I think this is binding to the fetching state value. Let me look at this. Attribute plugins. data indicator. Creates signals that indicate when SSC requests are in flight. All right, so it creates a signal and sets its value to true when a server-side event request is in flight, otherwise false. The signal can be used to show a loading indicator. So the idea is that whenever the search request has been submitted, we should be able to change the UI to make it clear that something is happening. Is it actually doing that on this page? Let me see. Yeah, I don't see any like spinner or anything of that nature, but something we could use if we wanted to. I don't think we need to use it unless we want to maybe like disable something or hide something temporarily. Yeah, there's like a data show fetching. It's just like a little div that pops up only whenever we're fetching. So that does make sense. All right. So that's fine. What else? SSC indicator fetching. That's probably some templated stuff. That's interesting. The table. Okay, that seems to be it. I think what's happening here is that this is returning the actual list of results to replace. So that's what we'll do. We will start by going into, oops, let's see, Emacs packages. What was it? Packages. So if I look for the packages, views. Okay, so views package. Tips, no. What is our diff? Views package, and then we have package picker. Okay, so package picker. Package picker, and I think that's just a control basically. Update for picked state. Did I not do that already? Huh. Oh, okay. That's the initial render, I think. So we need a search box above everything. So if I were to look at the actual page that we have, where would I want to put that? Under packages somewhere, I believe. So I could put like a box across the entire area of the top, or to the right of the package's title, but I think probably under the package's title is the best place for that to go. Hey, Glenn. And hey, hello to Ewig. Good luck with your traveling today, Glenn. All right, 1 second. Okay. I was wondering why the chat view on my other screen wasn't working, and apparently it was looking at the wrong stream for some reason. Okay, so I'll put a search box up here somewhere. We can just start with that. And if I were to use this example, input type text, all right? So above the table, input, let's see, type text. What else? Class placeholder. Search for packages. What else? Data bind search. Let's see. Got it. Okay. Search term. And what else? Data indicator fetching. We could do that. Data indicator search in progress. I just want to be a little bit clearer. Also need the data on input. So on input, I think I did this somewhere else. Or debounce. Must be in the project somewhere. Debounce. Yeah, there it is. Data on keybound underscore debounce. So we have this as data on input. And they do it as 500 milliseconds here, which is different than what the example source code actually said. So data on input underscore debounce dot 500 ms. And then we're going to put that to a get Let's see. Let me see what I have as the route structure here. And also, what do I have in input? So input is just a plain control. I think I just need to put something empty in there to make that render correctly. Back to routes. Packages. I wonder if it could just be a simple, well, no. Okay. I mean, it could just be as simple as calling back into packages itself. Nah, probably not. Probably not. Okay, let's just do this a more sensible way. So packages slash search. But then if a package is called search, then we're gonna miss the ID for that. Maybe if I kind of fake an ID there, I don't know. It kind of feels like a weird URI pattern to use. I could do package search, but that also feels a little bit strange. I could augment what gets returned. So if I go back and look at the packages input view, or index view. Index view. All right, so I've got values. I'm rendering a page. I'm not doing an SSE response on this. I could, if I saw the necessary query string parameter to do the search results, but it feels like I'm kind of overloading it a little bit. So maybe I should try to find a way to do this that doesn't require reusing the same route. And also something that makes sense in the overall URI structure. I could have a separate like code path for, or route path for actions. Actions package search, something like that. Maybe that wouldn't be too bad. Hey, Jazza. That way I don't feel like I'm kind of stuffing it in somewhere where it doesn't belong. So with middlewares, package search action handler. That sounds right. Okay, so let's move this down a little bit. Right down here, I think. Then on the package.scm, I need a package search action handler. I already have a, excuse me, package tip action handler. I think that's in tips.scm. So what does this have in it? Let's see. All right, so it's got merge fragments. I'll just steal this code from myself. That's fine. Then here, oh, I already have a package pick action handler. Okay, cool. So then a package search action handler will also work. All right. Then do I have a way to extract that query? There we go. Let's get the signals. It's not coming from the body this time, though. It's coming from the query string. So let me look for one for the query string. This is only a GET request, not a post. In fact, let me get that out of here, too. I don't need that anymore. Where did I... So in WebFrame, we have something for query params. URI query params. Okay. Thought I'd use that somewhere. Maybe that was in the System Crafters website and not in this one. All right, so in that case, I can just use URI query params. So we'll do a little let here. Query params, or params even, params, URI query params. I need to pull that back up. On the URI, so that would be request URI, context request, context. Let's kill that whole form here. Then, need to make this a let star. And then, need to pull the information on the search term. And what did I call that? Search term. There it is. Search term. That's going to be in a soak ref. Probably should connect a REPL, so I'm starting to get completions in here. So geyser connect, localhost. Pretty sure that's right. Okay. Soak ref a list key is going to be params, and the key will be a search term. And that should give us what we're looking for. Log info, search term, and be search term. Let's actually not go that far yet. Okay, and for returning values, I'm just going to return the same thing. Package picker ID, package list. So I needed to extract the list generation entirely. So not details page, the index view. So everything from the table on down, I believe, is what we need to pull out. So we're going to say define packages list, I guess. And what else are we going to say about packages list here? What are we using? Actual packages. Okay, so packages. But then again, maybe I need to just pass the context and pull the packages there. So context. Yeah, I think that might be the case. We don't need the body at all. And we're going to grab the whole table. We're going to replace that with packages list context. And then here we're going to just drop this in. At the beginning, we are going to make this a back quote. Line all that up. Close that off. Excuse me. Okay, so in that case, we have packages list. It will load it itself. And what we're basically doing is replacing the entire table, which seems ridiculous, but that's sort of the way that it works with Datastar. Whenever you do a dynamic request to accomplish some goal, usually what you're doing is returning back a fragment of HTML that replaces something else that's already on the page. In this case, what we're going to do is just replace the whole table. We could do just the list view itself inside the table, but that's sort of like a subsection of a table. So it seems a little bit weird to do that. So we'll just do the whole table for now until it seems to become a problem. I don't really think it will. So now that we've got that packages list pulled out, what we can do is go here and merge that fragment back in. We can say packages list context. In fact, we don't even need that part. And I think that would basically do it, aside from the fact that we need to filter the packages list. So it does raise the question, should packages list just take a list of literal list of packages that we've already filtered? Or probably so. So maybe what we can do instead is on the packages list, I don't know, what do you call this? A control? Maybe. Maybe. So instead of context, I'm going to say packages here. And I'm also going to remove this here. Okay. List packages. That's probably coming from the models. By keyword, list package keywords. Okay. So we could probably add a another function here to get a list of packages based on a search term. So that's something we could do in a minute. So we'll just kill that for a second. And I might need to drop it back in here, actually. Oh, I still have it, right? Packages, list packages, context DB, packages list, packages. Okay, fine. And even for now, we can do the same thing here. We can just have something or pass it in directly. All right, so list packages, context DB context. That seems good. I'm just going to close everything off here and then delete that line. All right. Hey, Diraj. Is there any work being done from implementing multi-threading in Emacs? Probably. I mean, I think various people have tried it at different times. I don't know how successful any of it's going to be because it's a fundamental change to the operating model of Emacs Lisp, which could cause all number of problems for existing package code. So yeah, it's something that can't really be done easily. It requires major effort to make multi-threading possible and also make it not completely destroy Emacs with existing package code. Because the entire assumption is that everything is single-threaded and event-driven, or I guess like in an event loop, let's say. So there's a lot of predictability there that would be violated if all of a sudden you could have Emacs Lisp functions manipulating global state like variables in Emacs on multiple threads. All right. So let's see. That should be enough to do actually search. All right. So we should be able to see if the search term stuff comes in. I'm going to go ahead and reevaluate the routes file, Control-C, Control-B. Package search action handler. Okay. Diraj says it requires gradual upgrading of the underlying C code. It's more than that. That's one part. One part is making the runtime support multi-threading. The second part is making Emacs Lisp, the environment, work sensibly and backwards compatibly, which I think is not very easy. Not impossible, but not very easy. I think that there would have to be a very specific model introduced to enable multi-threading that prioritizes the old way of doing things and only sort of you would have to do more work as a programmer in the environment to use the multi-threading, or at least you should. You should have to think about what you're doing so that it doesn't violate the assumptions of Emacs that have been around for 40 years. So, where was I? I need to go back to the package views, Control-C, Control-B, unmatched bracket or quote. I've got too many parens here. That's fine. Control-C, Control-B. URI query params. That was in URI from WebFrame. So let me go in here and drop this in. Use module WebFrame URI. What was the other thing that it complained about? Request URI. So that we're going to use module web request. Did I screw that up though? Hold on one second. In URI, okay, it is the URI that's looking for. Fine. Control-C, Control-B. All right, that seems to be reevaluated now. We're going to go back to routes, Control-C, Control-B. That's all good now. If we go reload the package listing page, man, this icon thing is going to drive me nuts. It takes so long to load the damn page. It doesn't make any sense why either. I think we're going to have to either change the icon package we're using, or and if I type and it makes me wait again. Okay. Did we see the search? No, we didn't see the search. I'll bet there's an error in the console. No? No errors in the console? Come on. Did I not finish I probably didn't finish the route. Over in here, right, okay. So this is actions/package-search. I will Control-C, Control-B that to reevaluate the whole module. I'll reload the page. Wait for it to finish loading. Yeah, slowing down Firefox. Yeah, I know. Okay, XHR get. Oh, right. Okay. Wrong number of arguments to procedure package search action handler tip ID. Okay, that's my mistake. I need to change this. And I also need to modify the way that I'm handling the search term, because it's not just an A list coming out. I need to actually parse the JSON. So if I were to look over the project and look for a JSON, I need to use the JSON string to scheme on the query params. Unmatched bracket. Yeah, I got one extra paren. Okay. Reload the page again and let it take 20 years for it to wake up finally. Eric says, next stream we will rewrite all of this in Rust. No. Do you realize what channel you're on? We're not writing Rust here. Not happening. See you, Big E. All right, still got an error, 500 internal server error. That's fine. Let's see, what is the problem this time? Wrong argument in position 1. The hell is all that? Oh, it's all, oh, wow, okay. That's a mess. That's like all the all the selections from the page. That's one problem with Datastar is that I don't know if there's a way to constrain the state that's being used on the page. Because we got a lot of state for all of the individual packages. Wrong argument type in position 1 data star. Open input string. Ah, right. Got it. Yes. So data star equals. All right. So all the JSON is kind of stuffed in there. That's a mess, dude. That's a really terrible URI. It would be nice if the false values were not being encoded and only the trues were being encoded. It was also nice if those weren't being sent back to the server, because they don't need to be sent back to the server. Is there a way to stop that? Let's see. State. Signal. Data computed. There must be a way to modify this so it doesn't get sent back. Let's see, modifiers, defining a class name, data on, request. Oh, there we go. Signals beginning with an underscore are considered local signals and are not included in requests to the backend by default. You can include them by setting the include local option to true. All right. Include local, whether to include local signals. All right. Those beginning with an underscore. So how was I doing that? I definitely do not want those sent back. There's two problems here. One is that I need to get the data star value out of the params. So data star JSON, I'm going to pull that out as a socref. All right, so now we have data star JSON, or signals JSON, let's call that. All right, so signals JSON, signals, and then search term. This needs to come from signals, signals. That's one part of this that should be fixed. The other part is when we render the list with the package pickers. Hovered picker and why is it coming back the way that it's written? Like these values seem wrong to me. 34, 35, 36, 37. Why? There's hovered, and there's picker on ID. Pick dot. Oh, is that why? Oh, that's a subset. Okay, wait a second. Hovered. I see. So hovered is local. Everything hovered needs to be underscored at the beginning, okay? Is that what we're seeing here? Hovered? That looks like it. Okay, so hovered itself needs to be gone. Maybe that's enough. Picker is different. Okay. Let's reeval that, and then we'll reload the page and wait for it to fully wake up again. Okay. Another error. Let's see what we got this time. Whoop. Every time I click a link by accident. Throws the key JSON invalid input string. What? Let's see. Package search action handler, JSON the scheme, JSON read number. Maybe I should write it out so that I see what we're dealing with here. JSON string to scheme, signals JSON, data star params, data star. So it's data star. The things that come after is a JSON block. And it's when we're calling JSON string to scheme. So whatever's coming from here is a problem. Maybe I should do this for now. How about this? I'm just gonna change it up a little bit. And then I'm gonna write it out. Okay, reload the page. Okay. All right, this time. Oh, still got a bunch of stuff in there. No targets found. That's fine. I think that actually... Okay, I need to decode this string. So that explains why. So signals JSON, a sock ref, data star. I also need to wow. What did I press? Nope. Where's the URI to code? Let's see. Guile URI to code. URI to code, and this is which library? Web. Oh, okay. I see. Because I didn't reeval this, I didn't get the completion. Where am I? Right here. URI to code. There it is. Now I should be able to see it when I reload it. And also, I think I didn't put an ID on the list. So this table needs an ID so that Datastar knows how to find it. Let's see. Package list table, let's call it. That's fine. Control C, Control B on that. We're going to reload the whole page again. Almost there. Really need to change out this icon library. All right, so press E. It didn't complain. All right, I think that did work. Interesting that it sort of changed up some stuff a little bit though, but eh. Let's see, signals. There we go. Picked. All right, picked also. So let's see, picked. Is it doing the same thing? Picked dot. Stop that. Huh. Okay. The question is, am I using that? I think I am using it. So picked Signals picked. Yeah, I have to send that, unfortunately. I don't like the fact that there's so many. And it's going to be worse the more packages there are in the list. If I'm not being clear, which I might not be, the problem here is that every time we're making a request to the backend, we're sending a whole bunch of stuff in the JSON. Now, I think I can get around this by making picked also a local signal, but for the post request that actually needs to change the pick state, am I really looking at all of them? Yeah, ooh, that sucks. I see. Okay. I can send the local signals. There's a parameter, it says, include local. Inside of the request. So there's options. So for put or post, there's an options list. And it's basically like a JSON object. So include local, whether include local signals, those beginning with an underscore in the request defaults to false. So in certain cases, I could do that. Because I don't want to send all those things in the URL for a GET request. Is there anything else to filter the signals, maybe? Okay. Just getting my thoughts together for a second. Okay, I'm not going to worry too much about the pick thing for the moment. It does show that we were able to get the search to work. Why did any of the icons not show up anymore? Is it a problem that the icons don't get rendered correctly whenever you replace the stuff in the page? I mean, it kind of looks like that. I'm going to press a key here. And it's going to hit the request to the backend, and it's going to replace the entire list here. Then all the icons go away. I think that whatever work is being done. Okay, I see what I'm doing here. Package pick action handler. I have to call it create icons every time because I'm replacing the div elements. That's terrible. But for now, we'll just do the same thing here. I want to get rid of this the icons that we're using. After merge fragments, I'm going to drop this create icons script in so that it causes the icons to be reloaded every time. Now that I have signals here, I can actually pull the search term. So I can get the search term details out. Let's reload the page. Source expression, signals, JSON. Did I screw up the let somehow? Oh, yes, I did. Yeah, foo. There it is. Okay. Reload the page. So, if I press E, I think it's going there and coming back, and the icon should be right this time. So we didn't really see a change here, only because the icons got loaded correctly, and we're not actually filtering anything yet. So now's the time where we can implement the behavior for searching based on the search term. And we saw the search term right there, search term denote. All right, so it's being passed through correctly. Now we know what we're looking for. So instead of calling list packages, we could have a search packages. context DB, context, and then the search term. But you know, that's okay. We'll kill that part of the form. Bring this line up like that. Right? And then in package SCM here for list packages, we can have a search packages term. Select star for packages. All right, so SQLite text search. I don't care about virtual tables. Where posts match. Use a match operator in the where clause. For example, what is an FTS5? Full text search 5? Okay, maybe this is not, okay, these are extensions. Okay, so it's already part of the thing, right? Where table name matches. Oh, we need to find a virtual table in order to implement a full text search in the table. I mean, is there a way to do this without having to make a fake table? How to search for a substring in SQLite. Okay. Return a row containing ABC anywhere in the name column. Select ID from, okay, name, like, got it. All right, so maybe we can do that. I'll go with name at first, and then we can also search from the description as well. Where, name, like. And I'll have to format that in. Which I probably should escape this somehow. Oh, I might need to prepare the query so that we don't end up having a SQL injection issue. But let's just get it working first, and then we'll worry about that next. Let's see, search packages DB term. We're gonna have a term there. We're gonna have to fall back format false. Right, select star from packages where name like. Is that right? Is that correct? Okay. Search packages. I'm going to reeval this. Am I exporting it? No, I'm not exporting it. So let's see, list packages, search packages, search packages. There we go. Now search packages should be available. And if I go over here, I should be able to use search packages the way that it's intended. Control C, Control B. Let's try it out and see what happens. Wait for the page to fully load. I probably should have tested that in the console first though. But we'll do it live. All right, so no results. Better than crashing. What about E? Ah, okay, so it does get a result. It just doesn't do any, oh, fuzzy matching. So I probably need to put the percent signs around. That seemed like it was part of the query syntax, if I'm not mistaken. So if I go back to package here and put percent signs around. Whoops. And reeval that. I don't even have to reload the page. I can just start typing stuff. There it is. Boom. Look at that. So now we got basically fuzzy matching on the name. Ace. Ace window. Cool. What else? Vertico. What if I click this? Okay, so that worked. All right. I mean, it seemed to work, didn't it? Yeah, it did. It made a post to the packages 430 pick. That's cool. You know, honestly, the pick state, that could also be a local thing. It doesn't have to be coming across in the entire request, because we're making a direct request to the endpoint for the package name or the package ID. It's much faster that way too. We could potentially just let the request take care of that. So let's try that. I'm going to go back into package.scm. I'll explain what I mean in a second, because I know that I'm being a little bit vague. I'm thinking on the fly here, people. All right, so package signals picked. I'm going to put an underscore in front of that. And the reason why is because I don't want it being sent across every request. I think that's part of the reason why it's slow when we're looking at the entire list of packages. But then again, I wish there was a way to do only there's got to be another way to send the information. Can I like insert extra stuff into the query as an option and have it go through? I wonder. Let's see. So action plugins, post. Yeah, it looks like there's not a way to send extra stuff along with those. So the thought process is that for the entire page, let me see. Okay, I need to make that work again. So if you get an empty search query, we're not going to search for the packages. So package search action handler. If string trim both search term is equal to the empty string, then just say list packages. Otherwise, search packages. Go. And I think, yeah, there it is. It has to take a second for it to wake up, I think. Come on. Come on. The page is totally locked up, I can tell. All right, if I press backspace, then it should give me the entire list of packages again. All right. Cool. Nice. All right, so back to my line of thinking. I keep getting distracted. So when we look at all of the packages, we see all the check marks. Whenever they're all displayed, the state of all of the check boxes for every package on the page is being sent across for every get or post request to an action on this page, which is a little bit unfortunate because that's a lot of information, especially as the number of packages increases, which it will because I haven't even included multiple packages in here yet. So when that happens, we're gonna have, over maybe 10,000 packages probably. I don't know how much more. That's gonna be that many Boolean flags that are gonna be sent across. I don't want that. I want it to only be what's necessary. So there isn't a way to filter which signals get sent across. You can either make them local, which don't get sent across in a request, or not local, which means they all get sent across. If there was a way to set a signal saying which of the packages got picked and what its state is currently before the request gets made, that would be nice, but I don't think it's going to be possible to do that. Unless the expression can have multiple lines. That is a possibility. Let's see. Attribute plugins. On click. Actually, where is it? Is it called an expression? Expression. Data star expression. Data star expression. Strings that are evaluated by data star attributes and actions. There could be multiple. Multiple statements and formatting. Okay, so foo plus plus and then a post. Cool. So I can set a signal to say which is the one that's currently being modified for the click event. So click right here. Data on click. Cool. So I can not send across the picked signals. Picked. We're not even using that right now. Oops. Picked. Picked by string, picked by ID. All right, so we are using it. So if I were to change this, what I would need is a signal. Current indictates. Current state of the click pick. So what would that look like? Pick state. Or pick state. And how am I toggling them to begin with? Oh, it's being toggled on the back end? Not picked by string. Okay. Not pick state. Okay. So pick state would have to be a Boolean. We're going to set pick underscore on picked. Right. Data signals pick. That's not right, is it? I think it's a dollar sign picked. Let me check this on. It's like a dot. How do we prefix items dot selected? Maybe it is a dot. So dot ID. Okay, so pick state equals picked ID. I think that's right. Let's find out. Semicolons, not just line breaks. Okay. All right, so pick state equals picked ID. And post packages pick. I hope that works. That should be right, right? So we're going to reload the page. I may have to, well, we'll probably see it in the network log when I make the request. So let's just see what it does whenever it fully loads. Okay, so I'm going to click the checkbox on Ace window here. It gives me a 500, but I don't really care. What I want to see is the contents of the request. Search in progress, false, search term, user ID. So it didn't seem to... Did I not reevaluate this correctly? Oh, error in format. Pick state, picked dot ID. Oh, that's my fault. Right there. My fault, my fault. We'll do it again. Okay, I'll click data mode here. Seem to work. Request. So I don't see pick state in here. Packages 5 pick. Data on click. I don't think I got any error, did I? No. But it seems to have returned it correctly. Didn't it? Why am I not seeing the request list anymore? How did it get pushed up like that? The hell? All right, let me close and reopen that because it's not showing up right. Reload the page. Pretty sure I evaluated this. Did I get another error here? Am I mistaken? No. Okay. Packages 4 pick. Gothic says, are you intending on releasing more complete videos or streaming the new approach you're taking? Definitely going to have more complete videos. It's just that I'm kind of retooling how I'm going to do the videos. I tried doing videos cutting out of live streams for a little bit, and I felt like the quality wasn't so good. So I'm going back to writing videos and recording them the original way. So that's coming. Is it because I had not established a signal for that already, and that's why it's not putting it in? Maybe that's what's happening here. So I need to have like a pick state variable. Pick state, signals, pick state, picked. Signals, picked by ID, picked by string, and we're just gonna pull up the pick state here. All right. So. It needs to be higher up. probably inside of the control itself. Gothic says, I find streaming is hard to find value in. Well, yeah, I don't intend for people to watch the entire stream recordings for stuff, because that would be too much of a time investment. And it's also a lot of time investment for me to try to edit the streams down to something that you can consume easily. So the best middle ground is to learn things through streaming, and the people who are here on the stream while it's happening live are sort of, you know, involved in the process, and then I will make videos out of the stuff that I learn that are much more focused and intended to be consumed as a video and not as a live stream recording. So in the control, I probably need a package pick state, right? So data signal pick state. And what is the, oh, I guess it doesn't really matter. Okay, so false. Data signal pick state false. Reeval this code and then reload the page, and let's see if we see the pick state come through correctly now. I think that explains why it wasn't being unchecked correctly, because the pick state was always interpreted as false because it wasn't found, so it was being toggled to true, but it can never be toggled back to false again. Why is it not actually coming through? That's really weird. I need to write it out. So signals, format. Now I can just click one of these, see what the signals tells me. Search in progress, search term, test ID. All right, so it is exactly as it says. Let me see. I'm going to inspect the element. Inspect. I'm going to go back up here. Data signal pick state. Did I screw that up somehow? Signals. That's why. All right. My mistake. Okay. If I click on activities, I see pick state is false, which that makes sense though. So now if I click activities again, pick state is still false. Okay. Why is it that it's lowercase though? Trying to think of what could be the issue here. Previously, we had an entire set of signals whose state were being maintained client side. And when you send it back, for the single package picker for the ID, it's supposed to set the pick signal, okay, to false. Wait, pick. Yeah, I see. Okay, so picker circle check, string symbol. Let me also check the network. Pick state false. Still pick state false. Wonder what we're missing here. Pick state equals pick A. Ooh, okay, so I think that the syntax is right for this. Yeah, there's an equal sign. Okay, so $_picked. Thank you, spam bot. Always nice to see the Twitch spam bots coming into the chat. Let's see. Data on click pick state. I'm just trying to imagine why this would be wrong. Data signals _picked A is true. So this is sort of like a component here, the package picker. In fact, I see update for picked state. I think this is why it's not working, because when I render the list back out, it doesn't remember the picked state. Okay. All right. Let me think about this for a minute. So for each package, yeah, this is the point where we need to actually start storing this information so that it can be used. All right. So I think that the right thing is happening. It's just that I haven't wired everything up end to end yet, and the right thing can't happen because of that. So how do I do this? Package ID package. Let's go check the package. Actually, okay. There's a couple things involved here. Number one is we need the list of packages, and number two is that we need the list of states of whether the package is picked for the current user, if the user is logged in. So if I could look at the package models here. For any of these, I would need to have a query that could give me back the pick state for a given package. All right, I'm gonna take a 2-minute break and we'll come back and we'll start thinking about this a bit more. I'll be right back. Okay, so it seems that I'm going to write this down so that we can kind of think about it together. So there's two different pathways for loading package details, or package listings, let's say. User not logged in and user logged in. For user not logged in, just basic package metadata that is needed. And for user logged in, package metadata plus personal flags. So like whether they use the package or not, and anything else that we deem necessary for the functioning of the website. So the first one we've already got implemented. It's basically not assuming that we're just getting the information for the packages as it exists in the database. There's nothing extra being added. The other is when the user is logged in, and we might need to do a join with another table. I don't remember what our schema looks like in this case. If I go to db.sem, yeah, this is like the initial migration. Packages table just has the ID, the name, and the description. There's some joins on author information. There's package sources. There's package keywords. We would also need to have a package pick table that would map a user to a package. There's also it's similarly for package tips. So we have package tips that has an ID for the tip itself, the user that it's attached to, the package ID that it's attached to, etc. So it's almost like we need a relation table that is really just the user to the package ID. It doesn't really have its own unique identifier because it doesn't need it, because it's really just joining the two things together. So let's see. I would need to create a new migration. All right. This is not going well. All right, let me undo that. All right, now we're going to go and create a new migration. The reason why I'm doing this is because I need to be able to update an existing database with whatever we've done. So I'm going to call this 0428 1100, because it's going to be 11 a.m., whatever. And then we're going to have a new table. Create table package picks. So let me think about this for a minute. I guess it's nice to have this because to find out how many people use a certain package, we just select on the package picks table by the package ID, and they just get the number of rows that comes back. So that could be useful. Anyway, package picks, user text, package ID, integer. And that's kind of it, right? We don't need any other metadata on that. We don't need to know when they did the pick. All we need to know is that they did pick it. Okay, so if we have that information, if that's something that if it's something that's in a database that we can actually get to, then we need to be able to load it up. So there's some joins in here that we can look at. Join. All right, join package keywords pk on p.id equals package ID. All right, so that's basically it, I think. Select p.id, p.name description for packages p. List packages by keyword. That's for selecting them. What about getting the keywords for packages? Okay, we're doing that separately. Read keyword ID by name. I mean, one other possibility is not even to join, but to search the picks table separately. And just get the list of picks for the current user. And then cross-reference that information manually. But I don't know if that's slower from a database perspective. Could be slower. See, list packages by keyword, list package keywords. Okay. Read package keywords. Select package keyword name from package keywords. Join package keyword on ID. Trying to just make a decision based on what would be the most ideal. The benefit of not joining it on the package is that I wouldn't have to. Okay, there's a few ways to look at this. I wouldn't have to add another field to the package record that doesn't get used half the time. Like package-picked. But since we're already passing through package information to all the functions, then you've got the information all sort of encapsulated in the packages list. So right here for packages list, if I wanted to cross-reference the picked packages, I would need to have a second parameter for picks, have that be an A-list or a hash table that's keyed on the package ID, and then pull out the pick state from that, which is not terrible. It's totally doable. I mean, right here is where that would need to go in. But it requires passing through another variable. But that's not terrible. So packages list. The pick state would have to be loaded here first, which is not bad. I mean, I can get that package picks, packages and package picks. And package picks could be false if no user is currently logged in. Maybe I like that better. Okay, so the idea is I can have the package picks table. Then maybe I need a separate set of functions for loading up the package picks. So if I go back to package models, I have another one like define read package picks, db user. Do we have user anywhere else in here? Nope. Sure, user, whatever. Read package picks. And that's going to be, well, let's just copy the code here. So select star from package picks. where user equals user. And we're going to put in user as user. Whoops. I don't know what I just did. Okay. Keywords. I'm just going to call that picks instead. SQLite step picks. Finalize if picks. Vector to list keywords. So that's assuming that it's going to be a list of keywords, right? Vector to list. Oh, select package keyword.name for package keywords. So it's only one thing. Okay. I need to do a match on this. So it's almost like a vector to list with a map on top of it. So vector to list, picks, map, match lambda. Used this before. So match lambda, and we're gonna pull things out like that. Okay. It's gonna be well, actually. I can just pull the package ID. Package ID. Okay, that's good. So if package ID is there, then we're going to map. We're going to map that to a const pair. Just to make an A list. I mean, I suppose we could just do a simple search. It's going to be the same either way, right? Doesn't even need to be that. Okay. That's good enough. Just a list of IDs at that point. I mean, we can make it to a hash table too later at some point, but maybe it's unnecessary. Okay, so vector to list picks, read package picks. We're gonna go here and say read package picks as a function to export. Read package picks. All right. So select package ID from package picks. Let me go back and make sure I've got the table columns right. So package picks, package ID. All right. Where user is user. Okay. So read package picks user. Test user, I guess it's not going to have any picks, so it's not going to matter right now. But what about setting a package pick? Add package pick. We do need a function for that, because otherwise it won't matter. I guess that's the problem too. We're using the presence in this relation table as whether or not the package is picked. So it's almost like instead of setting a column in the table, we would have to check for existence of a record for that package and then delete the entry in the table. To toggle it. But I don't really like doing that because that's an extra query just to see whether the row exists or not. Also, we need to make sure that it is unique. Do I have an example of this somewhere? Unique, and yes, okay, there we go. Unique name email, got it. And that's at the end. All right, so unique user package ID. Yeah, we definitely want that. Can't add more than one entry for the same pair. Okay. So we haven't run the migration yet, so it's not a problem. So if I do this, set package picked, then if it's picked, I try to create it in the database. If it's already picked, I'm okay with there being an error, for now at least. So add the row. Okay, so add the row. Delete the row. So insert into package picks. All right, package ID, and then user package ID. Okay, and we're going to change this up to be user and user. Package ID, there it is. So that should be an effective insert into package picks. We also want to do a delete. Excuse me. Have I done any deletes so far? Yeah. Delete where? Delete from. Package authors where? I think that's right? Let's see if that actually works. All right, so delete from package authors. I'll just steal these two lines here as well. All right, user package ID. And then close it off. Later, if I have to, I can just add some toggle logic, but at least for now, I will just leave it this way. Excuse me. All right, so DB user package ID picked, if picked. I guess I didn't need to implement that yet, but hey, we're already here, so might as well. We're getting pretty close to being done. So set package picked. All right, so at least the code evaluates successfully. Hey, Mush. You managed to catch me while I'm still here. All right, so read package picks, set package picked. So let's go back to the views. Packages index view. Picks. Read package picks. All right, so we got the picks. Read package picks. Packages list picks. We need to do the same thing here. Next time we call packages list. So list packages, search packages, packages list. You just drop it in right there. Read package picks. There we go. Okay, that looks right. So read package picks. And then in packages list, we also need to respond to whether the package is picked or not. So right here, update for picked state. I believe member is good enough. Looking for the package ID inside of the picks list, at least for now. Okay, so package picker, and then that will trigger the picked state. And we're not looking for the true value explicitly, are we? Okay, yeah, we're just looking for a value there. That should be good enough. All right. Possibly wrong number of arguments to read package picks. Read package picks. Ah, the user ID. Excuse me. Wrong number of arguments to packages list. Packages list, right? I think packages list needs a picks. All right. And what if the picks list is false? Read package picks. I think read package picks will return an empty vector if there's no records that match the query. So in that case, we should be okay. It should, in theory, always have a. Well, we can. Let me clean this up a little bit. Member. Just do that. Be safe. Right, so packages list and then read package picks. It also needs the user. Now, if there's not a user, we shouldn't bother trying to read the package picks. Define picks for user. So it's going to be in the session, I think. Session token, site session, make session token username, session username. Okay. All right, let's do a little let star on this. It needs to kind of be an if let. Let's do this way. Okay, so. Oops. When session. Or if session. And then session username, right? Is that what I saw? Yeah, session username, session. There it is, right there. Otherwise, return an empty list. That look okay. Read pics for user. Okay, read package pics. I'll rename this package pics. There we go. Possibly unbound variable session username. Let's go to, let's see, where's session coming from? Is it in here? Session. I think we're still using session from here. So can't type today. Doing the wrong key binding. Got it. All right, fine. So now, I think we've got what we need across all the files. I'm going to have to restart the server, though, because it's the only way we're going to get the migration to work. So I'm going to have to kill the server, start it up again. Hopefully the migration goes through. I don't see it running it. Scripts. Sync archives. So dev server calls into start server. And what does start server do? Start server. I don't think start server does DB migrate anymore. I think only sync archives does. But I can initiate it. So let's see. I'm just gonna have to do it kind of manually. Update. DB update schema. All right, let's do it live. Geyser reconnect. Okay, so use modules, site DB, DB update schema, DB open. Okay, running DB. Okay, seems like it did it. It ran the new one, so maybe we're okay. I go to the package listing and refresh. It appears to have given me a 500, which means something I'm reading is wrong, which is fine. 30 key SQLite error. Okay, I got a syntax error in the SQLite. Probably did a mistake in my query somewhere. Read package pics for user. So go to packages. Read package pics. Let's go to package. Read package pics. Log info. Read for user. Okay. Log info. Oh, okay. Fine. Okay, and then reload the page. Did we get anything out of there? Read package pics. Let's see what I've changed in this file, because something is wrong. Oh, wait, I just saw it. Maybe I didn't. I could have swore I saw a where clause. Name, update package set name equals. Oh, okay, never mind. My mistake. Read package pics for user. Let's do the same thing over in. I just want to see that it's actually doing something. Fix. Oh, read for user, test user. Cool. Prepare statement. There's no space. That's why. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, now we got some results back. Got it. Back here in views, pics. Just reload this. All right. Mosh says your normal Friday live stream is 4 a.m. here. Yeah, that's not really a reasonable time, I think. Almost done here. So now we've got pick information. Now what we need to do is to handle the toggling of the state. So here on package pick action handler, not pick state, package picker ID, we're going to need to set it. So call into the DB to set the new state. So signals pick state. And we saw that the signal is actually a Boolean value, which is good. Call into DB to set the new state. Set package picked contexts. What is the rest of the signature? Set package picked. DB user package ID picked. So we need the username. We also need to make sure, well, I guess we already know about this point, they're logged in. So session username, context session, context. So that's the username. Package ID is ID. And then the pick state is not pick state. We're just toggling it. Okay, so same thing, not pick state. Let's see what happens. Reload the page. Let it finish loading up. And then I'm gonna click the button for activities here and see if it works. 500 error, got a crash, wrong type argument, context DB, and procedure DB open. I must have sent something wrong. Let's see, where is it? Context. Oh, I need a context DB. Context DB. So I should be able to just reevaluate this and try it again. All right, so it gave me a 200 and it gave me a check mark. I don't see any error. What if I click, okay. Unique constraint failed. So the row is in the database. How about I reload the page? Oh, so ACK is actually checked, which means that the record is in the database. If I click the ADA mode one, oh, it's still loading. Or ADA mode, whatever. What if I search for denote? Okay, denote. I'm going to click the checkbox on that one. I'm going to reload the page. We'll let it continue loading back up again. Okay, so then if I type in denote, oh, denote's not checked. And if I click it, it fails. So what happened? Let me go into the REPL. Let's see. Use site models package, I think. Isn't that right? Read package X. And that is for DB open and for test user. There's only one, which doesn't make sense. Because I've clicked denote for sure. Click it. Oh, it gave an error. Well, it says it's in there, didn't it? Unless the constraint is wrong. Okay. I wonder if the constraint is busted somehow. At the table level. Across multiple columns. Yeah, that's what I did. But I only see one result coming back. If I go back to the REPL and run that again, I'm only getting 3 back, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense because I feel like it should be more than that. Because the denote package is ID number 92. So that should be included if something's not right. Taking forever. Yeah, so the check marks aren't showing up because they're not being stored in the database correctly. I think that it's the weird thing is that when I click one of these, it hasn't been clicked before. It gives me a 200 as if it works fine. 200 on the pick. On the compilation, 501 pick. Pick state is currently false. We're saying it needs to be true. In that case, where is it? Set package picked. So if we go back into set package picked, not pick state, since it's false, it's going to make it true. Set package picked. If picked is true, it's going to try to insert it into package picks with the user and package ID. And those seem to be the right values being placed in. Jeez. Maybe I should actually try it in the REPL myself. So let's see what happens. Set package picked. DB open. Denote is 92. So that's test user 92. True. Unique constraint failed. What about 95? Maybe I'm doing something wrong, actually. Because this seems very strange to me. Ah. Hold on. Read package picks. I should be using SQLite map. What am I doing? Okay, so I think that's the problem here, is that I've done it wrong. SQLite map on statement. We've already done the bind. Let's pull that up. I need to follow the same pattern here as well. So let's just grab that. Read package picks. I don't know why I did it the other way. So bind argument, and then here, boom, we're just gonna do this. I'm gonna pull that in. Match lambda we don't need to do. We're just gonna do a straight up. Well, I guess that's it, right? Identity? Because we're not... I don't think SQLite step is going to give it to us, but maybe it does. Keywords. I mean, maybe it does, but it just... I don't feel like it's giving me everything. Where user is user. Select package ID from package picks where user is user. I mean, if I have to, I'll have to go just into the SQLite console and try to do it directly and see what's in the table. SQLite map seems kind of wrong, I guess. Can I write out what pix is? Log info pix. So let's read the package pix. It's still just with 3, which makes no sense. But maybe it's right somehow. What if I do it the other way, just to see? Even if it breaks things, SQLite map. No, I can't do that. Yeah. It seems really stupid, I know. Trust me, I know. There it is. So what the hell's going on? Oh, is it like a list of vectors? What the hell is happening? Oh. Yes, of course, because that's the columns that are coming back. Okay. So, I want the first item from the vector. So SQLite map. Should the select not have dealt with this? I'm only selecting package ID. I don't know. That's kind of weird. I think there may be a bug in that other procedure that I copied for this. Okay, there we go. So that's what I'm expecting to see. Finalize, and then get rid of that, and get rid of these. Okay, so that's all evaluated. If I reload this page and type in denote, once it all gets loaded back up, then I think we should see that the relationships have been stored or shown correctly. And I think we see it even here with ADA mode, that it's being stored correctly. So if I go back to denote, these 3 packages are checked. I'm going to uncheck denote menu. It's going to give me a 500 error because probably I did something wrong. So let's go back into the logs. SQLite error. Okay, so pick state is still false. Question is why? I guess the proper course of action, I mean, barring the thing I'm trying to do working correctly, the proper course of action would be to check the actual state of the pick in the database, but I don't really want to do that, as I mentioned before. So pick state is supposed to be getting sent across. I think that this is the wrong casing. I have no idea why this casing is wrong. Pick state, capitalized. Pick state, capitalized. Search in progress. Let me check the data signals stuff. Attribute plugins, reference. Camel case default. Why is it not showing up as camel case? I mean, what if I set it to that? I don't know. Is that the problem here? I don't know, dude. I don't like that. But if that's what gets it working. All right, so unchecking ACK, got a 500 error. I still see that it says, whoa, syntax error. Okay, that's different. Ah, pick state's true. Okay, that's an improvement. Set package picked. SQLite error with args. Near comma. There's a comma error. Delete. So notice the delete. Where was it? Set package picked. All right, so delete where user comma. Is it not supposed to be a comma in there? Maybe I can test this myself in the REPL. So if I go back to REPL, set that to false. Near package ID syntax error. SQLite delete. I guess it's a where clause. I need to look at the where syntax. Do I not have any multiple wheres? Do I need to have multiple where actually? Okay. And. Okay, is that it? I need to put and in there. And. You see how much of a SQL expert I am. No such column. Oopsie. Good that didn't work. Cool. There we go. All right. So now we can delete. Now if I go back and try to uncheck something in this UI, I imagine it will work. So uncheck ACK. I got a 200 on that, but okay. It actually did take the check mark off. Let's go back into the compilation buffer. I see the signals pick state. Click ACK again. Yeah. Pick state is true, which ain't right. Hey, Trev. Trev says, does it need and? Yes, it needed and. Thank you. Hey, Speedos. It's going pretty well. Okay, pick state is wrong. Let's click ACK again. It says pick state is true, which is incorrect. Why would it say pick state is true? Ah. Because the UI thinks it's true. Because the state in the UI thinks it's true. Let me double check that 1 second. So annoying. What did I do wrong? So package picker picked is false. If picked, package picker picked. It's starting to sound like a tongue twister. Package picker. Peter Piper package picked a package something. Packages list. Package ID package. If it's in the list of picks, then it returns true. Which means that hold up. Wait. My mistake. This needs to happen twice. Uh-huh. Okay, that's why. That's why. Actually, I'm an idiot because I don't even need to look that up. How do I just give it the value of true? Just true? Can I do that? True. Pick state is false. Okay. And this is true. And I can take that ID out. Get out of here. All right, so reevaluate that. All right, let me load the page one more time. I think now I fixed it. Just takes a second to load it up because this icon thing that I'm using is insane. There we go. I'm going to click ACK. It's going to check that. Looks like it's checking it. Okay, that did work. Now that's stored in the database. Now if I click it again, it's going to uncheck it. And it takes a while because the stupid icon loading thing is a problem. If I go into denote, uncheck denote menu, that worked. If I click denote menu again, that seems to work also. So we can check and uncheck things now, and it actually does get stored in the database for the user. If I reload this page and I go back and type in denote whenever it finally loads up again, then we should see the state of those package picks being maintained. So pretty good, I think. It's working. And as you see, we can actually search dynamically on the list of packages as intended. Just take some time for it to finish loading. Console denote. Cool. So that's it for today, okay? I think that's the right amount of time. We're 5 minutes before I would normally stop anyway. Okay, so what we did today is we implemented dynamic package searching, and then we finished the implementation of package picking, basically selecting which packages that you use in your Emacs configuration, so that you have that attached to your profile. Later, we need to add a listing in your profile of which packages you use, which should be pretty easy because we can do a join to get that information. And what else? Yeah, then we can start doing some other interesting things like, you know, doing correlations between packages that are used and things of that nature. So we're kind of like, we're getting to the end of the basic functionality that is needed for the running website, which I think is cool. Yeah, if anybody has any thoughts or, you know, ideas for improvement, please feel free to leave a comment on the stream record or or go to the codeberg.org/systemcrafters/emacspackages.com repository, and you can file issues there. Let's see who filed an issue. Me. Okay. So anyway, take a look at that if you want. I'll try to get the code checked in here in just a moment after I turn the stream off. And then we'll be back here on Wednesday so that Trev doesn't have to stare at a wall anymore, so I can help him to relieve his boredom. But yeah, thank you all for your time and attention today. I really hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Until next time, happy hacking. See ya.